A hungry zombie slowly approaches the car ahead, but the man sleeping inside has no idea danger is coming. Not until the zombie presses against the window and makes a noise does the man suddenly wake up. The sudden appearance of the zombie scares him badly. He's about to use the walkie-talkie to call for help, but when he gets a clear look at the zombie's face, the fear instantly disappears. Instead, a bold idea pops into his head. After all, in a zombie-filled apocalypse, he hasn't seen a woman in a very long time. But just as he's trying to communicate with the zombie through the glass, a gunshot suddenly rings out. This is a world overrun by zombies. Mickey and Wallace, both baseball players, are among the few survivors left. To avoid zombie attacks, they deliberately stay away from once bustling cities, traveling through deserted country roads and forests. After all, where there are fewer people, there are usually fewer zombies. Even so, running into zombies while searching for supplies is still pretty common. The two are close brothers who tell each other everything, but their personalities couldn't be more different. Most of the zombies they encounter on the road are taken care of by Wallace. He's easygoing and always silently takes on the dirty and exhausting work. With this rough yet tough way of surviving, he seems born for the apocalypse. Mickey, on the other hand, can't stand this drifting life, and he hates living in constant fear with no purpose. He keeps dreaming of finding a safe camp, with no worries about food or water, and preferably a female companion to live a comfortable and peaceful life with him. Since the disaster began, Mickey hasn't had any contact with women at all, which has left him extremely repressed inside. Every time they search for supplies and he finds women's intimate clothing, he secretly stuffs them into his bag just in case. If there's one hobby they truly share, it's probably baseball. It's the only real joy they have on the road to survival. Whenever they get bored, they stop and play for a while. And because the places they go are so remote, most houses haven't been looted at all, so food is rarely a problem. Every time they find a decent house, Mickey wants to stay and live there for a while. But Wallace always refuses. They usually sleep either in trees or in the car, because Wallace firmly believes one thing: sharks have survived on Earth for hundreds of millions of years because they never stop moving. Even though the two often argue due to their differences, it never affects their decision to keep surviving together. One day, they find a huge amount of supplies in a house. Not only do they discover two walkie-talkies, but also a car that still runs. Mickey excitedly puts batteries into the walkie-talkies and, after testing them, finds they work perfectly fine. But just then, voices from other people suddenly come through the radio. They seem to be part of a large survivor group searching for supplies nearby. They even mention a very safe camp. Most importantly, there are young women's voices among them. Mickey immediately gets excited. He quickly calls them on the radio, hoping they'll take the two of them in. But the response is extremely unfriendly. They tell him to get off the channel immediately and warn him never to try to find them. They don't welcome anyone. Otherwise, he'll face the consequences. Mickey ignores the warning and tries to keep talking, but no one responds anymore. Wallace also tells him to give up. After all, they've already made it very clear. But Mickey still clings to a bit of hope. He doesn't want to live like this forever. You know, I don't want to live out here like this anymore, man. Sleeping on rooftops. Living out of a car. With you. You're like a fucking caveman. And you stink.